Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cyrus lashes out at Mason, and Michael can't bring himself to tell Sonny the truth about Nina. Lucy and Scott meet at the Metro Court to sign the legal documentation transferring Tracy's ownership of 51% of Deception. Laura interrupts them so that she may speak with Scott. She draws him away and inquires as to his motivation for aiding Cyrus. It's not as if Scott broke Cyrus out, according to Scott, who also made it plain to the singer that he is not on retainer for him, and that this was a one-time arrangement. She queries his belief that Cyrus truly deserves to be freed. Scott is aware that Lee, like she is, would be disappointed in him for representing Cyrus. But this was a high-profile case, and he needs to continue his practice. She queries him once more about whether Cyrus merits release. Scott claims that while he did appear to be a different person at the hearing, when he first saw him, he appeared to be in good health as well. After receiving a text, Laura had to go. Lucy, who has yet to sign the documents, is visited by Scott once more. Later, he discovers Lucy gone and his pen missing. Obrecht is back in action. Martin overhears Michael at the Aurora office listening to the recording of him admitting Nana ordered him to phone the SEC. Martin advises him to give it some thought before telling his father what kind of woman he married. He believes the moment has come for him to do so. Michael doesn't give a damn because Nina destroyed his mother's life, despite Martin's warning that Nina will perceive this as him ruining her life. Martin advises G.H. Michael. Martin claims that he always conducts background checks on his customers, and given that Nina is capable of doing things like inducing Ava's labor in order to steal her child, Michael needs to take that into account if he intends to rob her of everything that matters to her. Michael believes that Martin is merely concerned with what she will do to him. Martin says he should be concerned as well since she has the ability to ruin his life and the lives of the people he loves about. Martin leaves, leaving Michael alone to reflect. Martin cautions Michael. More, Nina's good fortune is over. In a surprise visit, Nina presents Sonny with framed pictures from their wedding, including several of the children, which she intends to give copies of to Carly, Michael, and Willow. Carly and Drew, the latter of whom is back in Pentonville, come up in conversation. Nina sincerely hopes Carly can free him. Nana leaves because she needs to get to work. When Michael visits his father, he overhears him talking to Saul on the phone about how happy he is. Michael, whom Sonny hasn't seen since the wedding, makes him happy to see him. He needs to talk to him about something, according to Michael. Sonny evaluates Selena's GH. Sonny reveals to Michael the pictures Nina sent over, including those of Donna for Carly and Willow and Wiley for him. Sonny exclaims how much Nina has improved his life, but Carly is content with Drew and will hopefully soon escape that hellhole. According to Michael, that is why he came to talk to him. Sonny enters and explains that Nina requested that Carly remove Drew from Pentonville. Perhaps Carly can use her magazine to do it. Michael advises Sonny not to call her even if he feels like he should. To spare Nina any stress, Michael claims that they recently got married. Sonny exults that he wants his marriage to endure forever like his and Willow's after realizing he is correct. Michael makes the choice to resume his work. Sonny queries what he came by to inform him before he departs. Michael convinces his father that he can solve the problem by himself. They embrace after Sonny tells him he can come to him with anything. After leaving, Michael calls Nina's workplace, but she is not there. When he finds out that she would be returning shortly, he promises to chat with her then. Martin returns to the Metro Court where he meets Scott. He inquires as to whether he has seen Lucy, but Scott only rants about how she stole his pen before storming out. Soon after, an angry Nina shows up and demands to know what Martin did. He expresses regret for disappointing her and asks for her forgiveness. She claims it's not the end of the world. All she asked was for him to submit the contracts to the advertiser by yesterday's close of business. He keeps quiet after realizing she doesn't know what he did. Nina angered GA. Marcus Coloma on the conclusion of his Nicholas. Austin drags Cyrus into a cupboard inside the medical facility and prepares a scalpel for him. Austin complains that despite his efforts, Cyrus continued to attempt to assassinate Ava. Although Cyrus is impressed, he remarks that Austin has had his time and that he will now release Austin and work to arrange for him to meet Mason. Austin assaults G.H. Cyrus. Maura West flaunts her best pal. When TG visits Mason, he informs him that he should make a full recovery from his operation and be in jail shortly. Mason, who is handcuffed to the bed, informs TJ that he has previously gotten out of tougher situations and will do it again this time. TG departs, but he seems uneasy. Mason, GH, and TJ. Austin takes Cyrus to visit Mason, and Cyrus explains that Austin was merely very angry with Mason because he thought Austin had given the order to kill Ava. He claims that he made a promise to Austin that Ava would be returned home safely and that he does not break promises. He instructs Mason to share what he said to his cousin the night he was with Ava. Mason acknowledges that taking Ava home was ordered. Mason acknowledges that he did disobey Cyrus, who claims that he did. Although Ava is home in safety, Cyrus is not pleased with him. Mason has Cyrus' word that if he ever betrays him again, the suffering he endured after being shot will be nothing compared to what he endures on the long road to death. Mason responds when Cyrus yells at him that he understands. Godspeed. Cyrus slaps him where he was shot. Austin responds that they do when Cyrus wonders if they can understand one another. Austin leaves. Mason Health System. Curtis greets Portia when she gets home and inquires as to what may have occurred. She asserts that nothing occurred. The pictures Trina provided Curtis of her and Spencer in New York, he claims, were what he was looking at. He shows them to Portia after she requests to view them. She can tell they're having fun, which was not the response Curtis was anticipating. Portia is aware that she is unable to restrict Trina's access to people and activities. She receives a text and needs to return to her job. GH concerns Portia. Laura, who has gone to see Curtis, is met at the door by Portia before she leaves. In case Laura didn't know, her brother is no longer behind bars. Laura is told by Portia not to tell Curtis about it just yet. She assures Laura that Curtis will be delighted to meet her before leaving. Curtis is pleased to see Laura on their stay. He is aware that she was searching for her son despite her apology for her extended absence. He doesn't find any comfort in her assurance that Mac and Jordan are searching for the person who shot him. Curtis simply wants to put his attention on the future and live his life to the fullest. Laura said she wanted to get in touch with him, but was unsure how to do it over the phone given how important he is to her. He is aware of the difficulties they have faced together, and she claims their relationship is unbreakable. G.H. Curtis Portia. Portia bumps into TJ back at the hospital, who is obviously upset over something. Mason is a patient, according to TJ, and there is something peculiar about him. TJ brushes it off and claims that he probably just reminds him of another stalker he's encountered. Later, Cyrus slips away from Portia. Cyrus challenges GH Portia. Yuri, who now works for the Quartermaines, goes to the Quartermaine home to buy Lois some cookies and other little treats at her request. After lunch, Brooke Lynn assumed her mother was full, but Lois claims they are for Chase. Given that they would be discussing Brooke Lynn's plans for Blaze, she asked him over. Brooke Lynn, who should know better, claims that her mother invited Chase over in an effort to persuade her to reconsider Tracy's offer. She brings it up. Brooke Lynn swears she'll put her in the same box she put Tracy in, and she'll never speak to her again. Then Yuri invites Chase in. BLQ opposes GH's deception. In order to help Brooke Lynn with her song for Blaze, Lois tells Chase that she invited him over. She then asks whether he would mind singing her new song while Brooke Lynn plays the piano. Chase promises to always sing everything that Brooke Lynn writes. Chase compassionate GA. Lois listens as Chase sings and Brooke Lynn plays. Following Chase's conclusion, Lois remarked that it was excellent and wished she could have heard him and Blaze do it. Upon arriving with the contracts, Lucy queries Brooke Lynn as to the location of the evil witch. According to Brooke Lynn, Tracy traveled to New York. Lucy yells, "Of course she did," adding that Brooke Lynn is equally to blame for all that has happened as Tracy. Brooke Lynn counters Chase's attempt to defend her by stating that Lucy has every right to be irate. Tracy was the person Lucy had hoped would witness the fruits of her vengeance. She signs the agreement, hands it to Brooke Lynn, and hopes that she is happy with it. Then Lucy storms out. The contracts are picked up by Lois and given to Brooke Lynn. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.